Hello and welcome back to the Horizon stage here today. Next, we're going to be exploring the banking ecosystem and whether it can combat the rising threat of deepfakes. BBVA's core team have been working at the forefront of using AI to ensure customer safety and trust, and we're about to find out how they're doing it. So please welcome to the stage Jordi Torres, EMEA Managing Director of Veridas.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today. It's a pleasure to be here just talking about deepfakes and how the banking industry should just manage all that new wave which is coming, right? So first of all, let me give you just a really short introduction about us, about Veridas. So we are the only pure biometric identity provider in the world, being able to close the whole loop of identity management. So at Veridas, we're able to onboard clients, so document face and voice using face biometrics, voice biometrics, and identity document verification. But we also provide the capability of making use of that identity later on, authenticating yourself using, again, your face and your voice. And eventually closing the loop with the use of that identity, the management of that identity with a wallet. So being able to reuse, being a data which is portable and with self-sovereignty on that information with your work, right? So we are the only one in the world being a pure biometric identity provider, closing all that loop, okay? We've been live since 2017. So our solutions are deployed in more than 25 countries, hundreds of clients. You see that data in the banking industry, really strongly deployed, millions of transactions. That said, we're going to be talking about deepfakes, right? And how the industry should be responding to those deepfakes. I'm going to walk you through the journey of one of our best clients, a really large bank, tier 1, BBVA, that was ahead from the very beginning on the digital transformation wave. We may have some interruptions during the presentation. I just asked to our great customer success team to call during the presentation any detection of fraud attacks that we might have, so that we can see some examples. Okay, so let's go for it. All about. So that's our play of words, which is in Spanish. You might know that hola means hello, but it's spelled differently with an H. Here, hola means in Spanish as well, wave. And as we are approaching the summer, I think that's really pertinent. Love seeing that guy just surfing the wave. I thought it was really interesting doing that comparison about what a wave it is. So a wave can just propel you to the shore, just making you getting on the first stage that shore, but it can also pull you out from the board if the wave is not the right one. So in the industry and in throughout history, we've been seeing many different waves of different technologies and different new inventions coming. We've seen in the 1500s BC, the money was invented. In the 1873, the first fingerprint was used. So in the 90s, the first cell phone was appeared, right? In 2020, we saw ChatGPT. So we've seen many inventions, but are those ways? And you can ride that wave, or you can be pulled out of your board because you're taking the wrong wave, or you're not able to ride that wave, right? Generative AI is just another wave that we're seeing. Waves can have positive things, like generative AI is helping companies on helping with automation, being able to provide better services for clients because those services are more personalized in efficiency and optimization costs. But at the same time, generative AI is representing as well a really huge threat when we're talking about fraud, right? Generative AI has basically democratized the identity fraud. It made it really easier for everyone to just make identity fraud with really simple tools that are just available for everyone out there, right? So what we're going to do with that wave, we can ride that wave, or we can just be swallowed up by that wave and fall into the water. So, identity fraud. Okay. First, identity fraud detection that our great CS team has detected. Okay, that's a document fraud attack. Okay. We've detected apparently a document fraud attack in a North American bank. Someone has trying to impersonate the ID of someone else, just to replacing the photo on the ID, right? It's not the most sophisticated sort of fraud, but actually, photo replacement still represents 4% of the all document fraud attempts, which is a lot. So thanks to our technology, we've been able not only to detect that picture was a fraud with undisputed with our face biometrics, the client has been able also to detect that person and that picture was also in 20 other documents, ID documents in the database. So they've been able to detect, thanks to our deduplication and identity duplication comparison solution, to see that client was trying to attempt a fraud. Not only so, because we've detected the picture, we've been able to detect that person was already worded with many other documents, or was trying to be worded with many other documents. It's important to mention that our solutions, the face biometrics in this case, and as you'll see later, the voice biometrics, our solution ranked number 2 in the world in the most challenging environment, which is one-to-one comparison. And that's important. When you have to rely on someone to provide fraud tools detection, you need to rely on strong and really companies that can really do well out there. Okay, let's go back to the presentation, and let's go now to that journey that BBVA just made some years ago, right? So BBVA started the digital transformation journey in 2015, really at the very beginning when everyone was starting to think about that. And on that time, BBVA decided that to transform all the channels into the digital environment, they had to have really in the center of the strategy identity. They wanted to make sure that who was really on the other side of the screen, on the other side of the phone. How can you transform digitally your company if you're not sure who is on the other right of the phone or the screen, right? So we started with them on 2017 with a use case, with our first use case in Spain. We deployed to a solution with them on that use case that was basically onboarding new clients. They launched a huge campaign that was called Become a Client with a Selfie. So the campaign was a success. The PDBA was able to onboard quickly new clients, and they were able to detect fraud attempts all the time with that technology. So they thought, okay, if that's working in Spain, we need to take that to many other places. There are big markets out there that we should be working. So they started deploying that solution in technologies on Mexico, on Colombia, where our countries that are facing really high amounts of fraud. The solution was working really well. They were deploying the solutions to onboard clients, to authenticate clients using the face, to authenticate clients using the voice, ID, documentation, and they were able to onboard and to detect that fraud with those clients. They went to Italy. In Italy, BBVA has no retail infrastructure, no branches, nothing. So they were able, and so far they've been able to onboard thousands, hundreds and thousands, and even 1 million of clients just using the solution and the technology. So no branches out there, just being able to use our solution and our technology to onboard new clients, new customers. In Argentina, in Switzerland, where you can even just sign along with our patented QR biometric vault. So many different use cases, plenty of security journals, replacement of SIM, many of them. That's been the successful journey that BBVA has done. Nowadays, they started in 2017 with one use case. nowadays they have deployed more than 49 different use cases in more than 8 countries worldwide for, again, opening accounts, security journeys, consumer finance, and many use cases that provide much better customer experience and much better security for clients and for the buyer. To all members. Okay, and then we do through second one. What's that one? Oh, that's a really difficult one. We've detected in the Switzerland that someone has been trying to impersonate a client with a really sophisticated face mask. So that's a silicon mask attack. That's real. I mean, someone tried to impersonate someone else. The only way to detect that fraud attack is with the best face biometrics technology, but also with liveness detection. So our solution is able to do that because of capabilities and features like our certification in iBeta, level 1 and 2, active and passive. And just to give you, for those of you that maybe you're not familiar with that certification, that means that it's a really challenging certification where you have to detect in level 1 more than 1,500 attempts attacked, and for level 2, 800 attacks, and you cannot fail a single one. So you have to be able to detect every single one of those thousands of attacks that the certificator is doing to run the test. So, and active and passive. Active means that you ask the client to do something, to perform some movements, and passive is the client is just taking a selfie, and you have to be able to detect that that was not real, that was a fake. Right. Okay, let's go back to VBA now. That's another use case that they deployed later on 2020. So 2020, COVID hit, everyone was in lockdown, right? So every one of us was just stuck at home. Nobody was able to go out. And in some Latin American countries, in this case Mexico, I mean, pensioners, in order to be able to just be paid their pension, they had to show up physically in a branch to say, hey, hello, I'm here, I'm alive. I mean, can you pay this, please? Every other 6 months. So every 6 months, you have to be there. The problem with the problem was what? I mean, with people was not able to go there. And pensioners, sometimes, even if you're able to go there, they live quite far away maybe for a branch of the bank. So adapting our solution to the regulation, to the local regulation, we helped BBVA on deploying a voice biometric solution. So the pensioner, from that point, they didn't have to go to the branch. The pensioner has just to make a call, and in 3 seconds, we authenticate that pensioner itself. We detect any sort of synthetic voice, any sort of detection attack or fraud attack to make sure that person is alive and that person can be paid without moving from home, speaking any language and just talking freely without having to say anything specific, just 3 seconds. That's been a massive success. 99.9% of accuracy, and nowadays more than 150,000 pensioners just in Mexico are using the solution get paid no pension. So, oh my God, the one. Again, I don't need to show everything. What's this now? Okay, it's a voice attack, right? So let's see what happened here. Apparently, that patient from Mexico was trying to commit an attack, a fraud, just reproducing her voice, which is not her real voice.
Veridas quería platicarte para informarles que sigo viva y que necesito cobrar mi pensión.
So we detected the voice. Voice was maybe the right voice of that person, but that was a fraud detection because that was either a pre-recorded voice or it was actually a synthetic voice. Again, really easy to use, 3 seconds. In 3 seconds, you can authenticate yourself, language and text independent, passive and active, accuracy, and because of that level of accuracy and security that we provide, we've been able to just detect that kind of sort attack. Okay, I mean, let's play again now. Okay? I'm just gonna put a game, I'm gonna make you play that game. I'm going to introduce you that specifically about that security feature we have, the voice security feature, we call it voice shield, right? So I'm gonna play 3 audios now from myself. One is speaking in Spanish, the other one is speaking in English, and the third one speaking in German. And I would like you to tell me which of them is the real one and which of the other are fake, are synthetic ones. Okay? Okay, let's play the first. Hola, soy Jordi Torres. Quiero hacer un pago de 1.000 euros a mi cuenta bancaria que finaliza en 1253. Okay? Let's say the second one. In English, hello, my name is Jordi Torres. I would like to make a payment of 1,000 euros to my bank account number 1253. Thoughts there? Third one, German. Hallo, ich bin Jordi Torres. Ich möchte eine Zahlung von 1.000 Euro auf mein Bankkonto mit der Nummer 1253 vornehmen. Okay, tricky, right? Okay. Who thinks the first one is the real one? Raise your hands. Okay. Who thinks it's the second one, the real one? The English. Okay. And who thinks it's the German one, the third one, the real one? Okay, my German is definitely better than my English. Okay. Okay, that's it. We're gonna run now these 3 audios in our voice shield feature, in our voice shield tool, and see what the tool is telling us, okay? Which is fake and which is real. Hola, soy Jordi Torres. Quiero hacer un pago de 1.000 euros a mi cuenta bancaria que finaliza en 1253. Oh, we said the first was the real one. It's not. It's a synthetic voice. Okay? Let's say the second. Hello, my name is Jordi Torres. I would like to make a payment of 1,000 euros to my bank account number 1253. Oh my God. Last chance for the people who said, hallo, ich bin Jordi Torres. Ich möchte eine Zahlung von 1.000 Euro auf mein Bankkonto mit der Nummer 1253 vornehmen. Oh my God. None of that. None of that. That's the thing, right? We were not able to agree here, which was the real one. I mean, why are we pretending that co-employees and the branches are the ones who have to detect document identity fraud? I mean, just crazy. Or when the agent is in the call center, that they have to detect that's a synthetic voice. It's impossible. I mean, with generative AI, that's really easy to do. And it's really difficult for a human to detect that. So the other option is pouring behind AI to detect AI try to commit fraud. And that's the idea behind it. So let's take that responsibility off our employees' hands and let's put solutions as Veridas in place to make sure that we are able to detect those attacks. With these QR codes, you'll be able to test and use that tool with Telegram really easy. So if you want to play in a bit, it'll allow you just to enroll and to try to just say whatever to say with really quickly, identify yourselves, or recording something and trying to see if that recording is being detected as an attempt, and a fraud attempt. So please, just feel free and play with it. Okay, just for closing, I mean, this is the way that BBVA was able to write since 2017, and they're still writing that way. When BBVA deployed the first use case, that use case with us in 2017 about become a client with a selfie, in 2017, just 7% of the new account openings were made by digital channels. In 2023, with those 49 use cases with our technology deployed out there with VDA, now 65% of all the new accounts opened by BBVA globally are done using our solutions. Isn't it a good way to write away? And why? Because the anti-spoofing, the fraud detection, the deepfakes, we are able to catch really, really well all those attempts. So providing security to the bank on they feel safe and they feel secure and they trust that they can go to a new market, put in place a solution in the technology, and making sure that payment will work. As Daniel Ortega, which is the head of financial crime in BBVA, said, biometrics allow not also going to those new markets with complete security. It provides a lot of safe and trust to clients that the technology is also making sure and providing security for them as well. And this is our way. This is Veridas way, the way that we're still riding, the way we'll keep riding. I mean, this last year, we've done more than 110 million transactions all over the world. More than 50 banks and financial institutions and fintechs, telcos, banks like CaixaBank, like BBVA, like Sumotoban, like many Azteca, many from banks of the world, telcos like Orange, like many of them. If you feel that can help you, just look for your identity partner provider, which is Veridas, the only unique biometric identity vendor out there. Just feel free to visit us in our stand 1J10 down there, and just to give some data, in these 20 minutes of this presentation, we've detected more than 30 fraud attacks, more than 30. But at the same time, we've provided more than 2,000 customers to become remotely clients to one of our clients. Thank you very much.
And I will remember. And I think now and the big thing for me is to clarify that it's not even reassuring to know how technology can also protect us as ever evolving landscape. Thank you so much. You don't think you'll be everyone.
Thank you very much.